Welcome back, everyone. Matthew here with CineGold, and today we are checking out all the best new movies hitting streaming and theaters in February 2025. This month is a solid mix of big blockbusters and interesting indies, so let's go ahead and dive in, starting on February 7th.
Hey, are you all right?
I'm in the middle of a high-intensity yoga. Can you give me a minute? I'm so sorry.
Love Hurts is an action comedy about a realtor who is pulled back into the life of a hitman he left behind after his former partner resurfaces with an ominous message. Love Hurts marks the directorial debut of Jonathan Eusebio, who was previously a stunt coordinator on films like John Wick. It will star Academy Award winner Ke Huy Quan and will release in theaters on February 7th. And the weekend of the 7th is a pretty busy one, as you'll see. We still have a few releases left, including Heart Eyes. This is a Valentine's themed slasher film about two co-workers who are mistaken for a couple and find themselves being stalked by the Heart Eyes killer. Heart Eyes definitely gives me My Bloody Valentine vibes, which I'm a big fan of, so I'm definitely down for more. Couples in the mood for some good Valentine's Day horror can check it out in theaters on the 7th. Next up is the indie thriller film Bring Them Down.
Hey! What's this? These are the two animals you told me were dead.
You want them? Come get them.
Set in the rugged Irish countryside, Bring Them Down follows a reclusive shepherd whose quiet life is shattered when his sheep are slaughtered in a brutal attack by his neighbor. Bring Them Down stars two phenomenal actors in Christopher Abbott and Barry Keoghan, and has been praised on the festival circuit for its raw emotional intensity and stark depiction of rural life. You can check out Bring Them Down in select theaters on the 7th. And one last movie releasing on the 7th is the dark fantasy A Knight's War. It's about a fearless knight who braves a deadly realm in order to save the chosen one's soul from witches, demons, and other brutal foes. A Knight's War looks to be a pretty interesting blend of medieval fantasy and horror, and will have a limited theatrical release on the 7th, as well as releasing on demand on the 11th. Then, for one of the more interesting streaming releases this month, check out Apple TV Plus's The Gorge.
What the hell is that?
The Gorge is the door to hell. And we're standing guard at the gate.
The Gorge is a survival action film about two elite snipers who guard opposite sides of a deep and mysterious gorge without knowing what lies below. This comes from director Scott Derrickson, who is most known for the films Sinister and The Black Phone. It stars Miles Teller and Anya Taylor-Joy and boasts a score by renowned musician Trent Reznor. There's loads of talent behind The Gorge, so it's definitely a film to keep an eye on. It will release on Apple TV Plus on February 14th. If you're a big fan of new movies, make sure to hit the subscribe button, because I bring you a new top 10 list every month of the best new movies you don't want to miss. One of the first big superhero movies to drop in 2025 is Marvel's Captain America: Brave New World. It follows Sam Wilson, who finds himself in the middle of an international incident and must discover the motive behind a nefarious global plan. The MCU's output has been pretty slow lately, the last movie being their only film in 2024, Deadpool and Wolverine. We'll see if Captain America: Brave New World can get them back on track. It will release in theaters on Valentine's Day, February 14th. Next up is the horror movie based on a Stephen King short story called The Monkey.
No!
The Monkey is about twin brothers who find their father's old monkey toy in the attic, but they soon discover the toy is cursed as it starts a series of gruesome deaths. The Monkey comes from director Oz Perkins, who created quite a stir last year for his bonkers horror film Longlegs. The Monkey is shaping up to be a pretty wild film itself, with a lot of big names attached to the project, including Theo James, Elijah Wood, James Wan, Perkins, and Stephen King. Horror fans can check out The Monkey in theaters on the 21st. Also dropping on the 21st is the action thriller Cleaner.
999, what's your emergency?
Are you kidding me?
Cleaner follows an ex-soldier who now works as a window cleaner who finds she must use her military training when radical activist seize 300 hostages. Cleaner comes from a director who's no stranger to action and suspense, Martin Campbell, who's most known for the James Bond films Casino Royale and GoldenEye. It will star Daisy Ridley and Owen Wilson and is scheduled for a theatrical release on the 21st. Then on the following weekend, you could check out the survival thriller Last Breath.
Duncan! Dave! I can't see you!
Last Breath is the true story of a deep-sea diver who becomes trapped hundreds of feet below the ocean's surface with his oxygen supply running out, and rescue efforts slowed by deadly conditions. There was actually a 2019 documentary by the same name, and this film comes from the same director, Alex Parkinson. Last Breath will star Woody Harrelson and will release in theaters on the 28th. And there's one more film on the 28th before we get to a few bonus films, the dark fantasy In the Lost Lands.
Outside these walls, laws of nature, they don't apply. It won't be easy. Prepare yourself.
In the Lost Lands is about a sorceress who travels to the Lost Lands in search of magical power that allows a person to transform into a werewolf. This is based on a George R.R. Martin short story of the same name and will star Mila Jovovich and Dave Bautista. You can watch In the Lost Lands in theaters on February 28th. Then I also have a few quick bonus movies for you, starting with the sci-fi thriller Renner. It's about a computer genius who creates an AI to help him find love, but realizes that he actually programmed his manipulative mother into it. It releases in select theaters on the 7th. Then on Netflix, you can find the adult animated movie The Witcher: Sirens of the Deep. It follows Geralt of Rivia, who gets entangled in a centuries-old conflict between humans and mer people. It releases on the 11th, and last but not least is The Legend of Ochi. This is an A24 fantasy film about a young girl who embarks on an adventure to reunite a lost baby Ochi with its family. It will release in theaters on the 28th. That is it for February. What do you think of this month's releases? Anything you plan on checking out? Be sure to let us know in the comments below. Thanks again for watching, everyone. See you again soon.